Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your new moon in Pisces reading with me, Mary. Everything's already been Palo Santo'd. And I've been getting these images of for this new moon, it's like clean and refreshed. I feel like people stepping out of the shower, or like the big Grecian pillars behind them stepping out of this big pool with a fluffy white towel, ready to embrace their day with the hope and promise of something new. That's what it feels like. So I'm hoping that everybody has a brand new, fresh, good energy start to this spring. And maybe that's just the spring fever that I'm feeling from where I happen to be located. It's starting. And this just jumped out, so we're going to let that be out. Lovely energy. Not a bad start. Spirit, what is up for Taurus for this new moon in Pisces? What advice do we have for Taurus for this new moon, in Pisces? Oh, good. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I started yours before and I kept getting way too many cards, but this one came out before, which I'm always happy to see. Three of Air. This one came out second. I'm not sure about these. All right. I need a bigger table. Or less stuff on this one. I'll do this. Okay. I'm also going to pull from the Wild Unknown Archetypes, just to kind of get an overall theme of the reading. I also go into this for the overall theme. Yep. All right, so let's Spirit for Taurus. Do we have what's the overall theme? What archetype would best describe the new moon for Taurus? Whoops. We're going to ignore this. These are new cards, so they do stick together. When a big chunk of them come out and they're still stuck together, I do ignore them. But that one was only a couple, and they weren't that stuck, so we'll see. The Thread. The Comic. And the Flame. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Air, Transformations, Two of Earth. Underneath that, we've got Moon, Fool. This is some good energy in here. King of Earth, Eight of Air, Four of Fire. Fours have been showing up, and I think people, there's so much energy. I think there's so much new stuff happening that these fours are showing up just so people can take a breath. You just need to take a break sometimes, and sometimes it's to celebrate. Sometimes it's to make a decision. Sometimes it's just because, you know, things are halted. It's out of your control. But, you know, I think fours also feel like, I want to say like status quo. You know, they can be like, status quo. But I think they usually are, to me, a pause for some reason. Eight of Air. I'm just going to go through these really quickly. Eight of Air is about clarity, mental clarity. So something, there's change happening here for sure. I'm going to go into what some of these mean a little bit deeper in a second. I'm just going to first kind of give you, this is like normally when I look at the bottom of the deck, it is the theme of the reading. And so you've got, but I think when you've got a lot of court cards, and you've got a lot of major arcana. Lots of them. And it seems like there's something over here, somebody, you're missing something or someone, nostalgia here. But this Three of Air is, God's rejection, or rejection is God's protection, is I think that how that saying goes. This is a silver lining with something. So apparently you're coming out of something that maybe didn't work, or maybe shouldn't work. It seems like something that shouldn't work, but it could be just your own energy. Maybe you're wishing for something that you thought you should have had, but reality is, and here's Moon, which is about illusion, transformations. So that could be just figuring out, because that's right under the three. So this Three of Air is air is the brain, right? The mind, the intellect, the thought. And sometimes it can be deceiving, but this is kind of a revelation that something didn't work out and it's going to be for the better. And then owning that, or becoming whatever that next thing is part of this transformation card. And the illusion of what was supposed to be. But the Fool, well, illusion, I shouldn't say illusion, because also the Moon is about intuition as well. So, and I'm getting the sense that it's not the illusion here. The illusion happened back with this thing you thought you wanted. And Fool is again, new energy, brand new, embarking on something new, that's almost, I want to say, spiritually sanctioned. So it might look to the outside world like you're making a big mistake and you're foolish and you're just going from the gut. Well, your intuition is serving you well, and this transformation is possibly a reaction from something that didn't work, but it's more suited toward you. It's better for you. It's a better situation. And this King of Earth, I'm just going to read you what it says about him, because look at this guy. He's like all powerful, and he's got the Midas touch, but he's a kinder person. He's not warm and fuzzy by any stretch, but he is super powerful. And I'll read you what it says about him, because he's the King of Earth. And then I'm going to go into these, but I'm going to pause the tape before I do that. Oh, come on, where'd you go? Yeah, he's enterprising, he's philanthropic, so he's a do-gooder. He's got the ability to attract abundant wealth. He's magnanimous, conscious manifesting. He's a reliable leader. So not warm and fuzzy, but certainly very, very capable. And he has trust and faith in the invisible, and he knows it will manifest in the realm or the form that in the way I need it to. So that's this energy. So that's all, I think, what you're coming into. It's the stuff that you are learning about or starting to embrace and letting go of this. I wish, and this is about wanting the safety or something of it's nostalgia. It's like I wanted the safety of something, like when I was a kid, your parents would tuck you in and you had enough to eat and all that stuff. It's, and there's nothing wrong with that, but staying stuck. You don't get to have a lot of adventures if you're staying stuck wishing for the old stuff that you always had. I'm going to get to these guys, which means I have to look things up. And I'm going to pause this for a minute because this is going to take a little while. And you'll be more bored than I want you to be. Thanks. Hi again, Taurus. Okie dokie. We have, the first one I looked up was the comic. And it's interesting because did we not see the Fool somewhere back here? It's basically the same kind of energy. I'll show you this card. And I'm going to read what it says because it makes perfect sense. It says, the comic carries a remedy for all that ails this world. Amid the deepest pain and suffering, there is always the potential to lift up and out of the darkness through laughter. Though dismissed by some as lowbrow or unsophisticated, this archetype actually has a highly advanced mind. Some may use the word genius, as humor requires one to see the situation from afar rather than to be swept away by the drama. The comic sees and accepts the messiness of life, using it as a material to be mixed and shaped into a potion to soothe the stressed and serious mind. They literally lighten us up. Thus, within, the comic is usually the sage or the magician working healing magic upon any audience who will lend an ear. The comic may be the archetype that heals the deep division in our world, one pun at a time. And you notice you have the magician here too. So that's some powerful, powerful energy. The flame, this one, whoops. Is the spark, the glimmer. It's in Sanskrit. The word for fire is Agni. The ancient yogis saw this flame at the center of the abdomen and believed it to be the responsible for our vitality. When it is lit, we are connected to our purpose and sense that life is a sacred gift. It is said that those who cannot see the sacred around them have let their inner flame go out. Think of this card as a call to reignite that fire, to cup your hands gently around those things you've forgotten, and protect the flame no matter how harshly the winds around you blow. It could be an inner archetype that begs you to light its wick. It's likely that the poet, the mystic, or the shaman would call to you with the language of the flame. So keep the passions burning. And then the thread. Says, life is a tangle, so much happiness simultaneously and circuitously, leaving us grappling for meaning and direction in a network of distractions. When we connect to the energy of the thread, however, we strike the deepest vein in the body. Our whole being responds to its tug. Meaning is pumped through our bloodstream. Our mind and spirits are lifted. We remember who we are and what we came into this world to do. Though this happens on the most profound level, it could be the simplest incident that activates the thread. A song, an image, a conversation, heard in passing. No matter how confusing and multi-layered our modern lives become, if we are connected to the thread, we are free. Being tethered to it is the only anchor our heart requires. Very spiritual card. So now I'm going to walk you through the rest of these. Okay, so this is, we've got all these waters here. I've already talked to you about this, about nostalgia, the longing for security, and there's a sweetness about this card. It might be something that you're stuck with. It also, like that longing for something, the safety, the security, but it's also a tender-hearted moment, right? I mean, she's just like, oh, I remember my childhood fondly, whatever. And then this one is a celebration of sorts. Sort of just, there's not really anything like around, but it's just a feeling of celebration. It is enjoying the community. It's weird that this card doesn't show, but I think that the pearls are not hatched yet. I think they might be eggs. It's team spirit, common goal, friendship. So it's a togetherness here, and on very equal terms. So you've got this community thing, you've got this nostalgia thing. And then you have this, the messenger of water. And the water is like the emotional thing. What do we call it? I think it's cups in official, the real original tarot, like a Rider Waite. It's the cups. This is about the romantic attraction, chivalry, admiration. It's seeing the best in others. It's emotional awareness, and it's looking for the best in everyone, and kind of romanticizing things. So it's like the ideals. So maybe this is about the interesting, because this is about community, nostalgia, and romanticizing. So maybe you're looking back on something romanticizing this ideology of community or family or whatever it was, or might be. Maybe it's something that you're moving toward, because transformations are happening. Two of Earth. She has a decision to make. But she's quite balanced. So whatever it is, it's fine. Either decision's going to work fine. Your intuition here is working. This Fool energy, along with the Comic and the Magician, right, is telling you that moving forward into this idea, King of Earth. I mean, you're destined to be successful here with this. I'm going to read you what this one says, because it is the bottom of the deck. And like I said, it's the one that I think of as being the theme or the overall message. Like, in a nutshell, it would be that. Whoops, and if I could find the page. All right. Okay, sorry about that. It's silver linings, natural departures, rejection is God's protection. So again, I don't know if this was something that you were romanticizing and it fell through, or if this is the thing that you're moving toward. I think it's what you came from. I really feel like this, romanticizing this sense of community, family, or something let you down. You're romanticizing it. Somehow it felt like it didn't fall. It kind of didn't come to fruition. It's not a rejection. It just didn't quite happen. And this is like the third party helps me to see the truth of this situation. What is truly mine can never be withheld from me. Rejection is Spirit's protection. It's in my best interest to let go and allow for something better to take its place. It is my highest good to see the truth, regardless of my temporary discomfort. This too shall pass. I feel like that's what this is about, because you've got the transformation card here, a choice to be made, saying, yes, go ahead and let go of that old stuff. Trust your gut. You've got intuition, and you've got the intuition with Magician, which I didn't talk about yet, but the Magician is the guy who has all the tools you could ever possibly need for any journey or any quest, especially spiritually. It's alchemy. This guy can make alchemy between you and Spirit, and it's the thing that I feel like it is the thing. He's got the tools to make a life complete that feels whole, and all the tools you need. All the tools you need. So you've got the everything, and you've in most again, the classic Rider-Waite, they usually have like an infinity symbol. They have a rose near there, which would also talk about love. So this is like a success. You have all the tools for all areas of your life to be successful. And intuition works with that. So you've got intuition, somewhat intuitive here. And then the strength. This strength is not only about physical strength, but it's emotional strength, of course. And it also is about patience. So this doesn't happen overnight. It's not super quick. This is a long-term, whatever this transformation you're undergoing is long-term. But I also see it because of the joy, because, sorry, I got to put the cards back where they're supposed to be. Because of this comic, and because you've got flame, right, which is passion, keeping that passion burning, the flame, and this thread is like whatever we weave through our life, whatever, it touches every part of us, and it's like the thing that connects to everything else. So this thread can keep it joyful. This for sure keeps it joyful and light. This, you're going to have a passion for it no matter what. Your intuition, when you start working with your intuition, it's really fun. You can start almost playing games with it. Fool energy is absolutely delightful energy. It is moving forward with childlike innocence that you believe it's going to happen, you know, and often it does. Mostly it does. So whatever this rejection is, feeling like rejection, this blue energy over here is going to warm up and turn into abundance on all areas. This is clarity of thought. So whatever this is, you're going to figure it out. You're going to make a choice, and whatever that choice is going to lead you to a really grounded, because that's the other thing. This is a grounded type of, I think this nostalgia thing, I really think that this nostalgia thing is what is, I think you're being invited to let it go. Something didn't work out. It wasn't meant to be, because I think this is what the desire was. You wanted the safety of the nostalgia, but this is in real time, in romanticizing this community or whatever. Romanticizing that community, it just didn't happen the way you wanted it to. So, and like the rest of the thing is, that's fine, because you got a whole lot better stuff waiting for you. So let that nostalgia go. Romanticizing how you wish things would be won't help you have the best life you can have. Stepping into this Fool energy, you've got, I mean, look at all these major arcana. Fool, Moon, transformations, Magician, Strength. It's a powerhouse. Power, power, power. That's all. I don't know if fate exists or not, but that's pretty determined. Determined energy. I won't say destiny. I'll say determined. Very determined energy for you to embrace the new. So I think it's letting go of this nostalgia. Romanticizing the old ways. Let it go. Okay, I'm going to ask for a little clarification from the Naked Tarot. Naked Tarot, can we have some clarification from my Taurus friends for this new moon in Pisces? Yeah, everything feels fresh and new, and I think it's just, this is woulda, shoulda, coulda. That should have been like that. Yeah, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Let it go. Didn't happen. Isn't going to. Spirit, what can we clarify here for our Taurus friends? Oops, a bunch fell out. This is about integrity, making a choice, and when you need to make a choice, keeping the big picture in mind helps you keep the integrity. 10 of Wands. This came out before. So did this one. So because there is transformation for a lot of folks right now, and I think it has to do with the world and the moon, because we're all in this world together. This is 10 of Wands, and yes, it's a camel carrying way more than he should. But the camel is very strong. It's very, very well equipped. It can carry in its hump all the water it needs for this journey. So it's very doable, because this is the right beast, I guess, the right beast of labor for this particular task. So he'll be fine. Now, you put that on a little donkey, he'll collapse. But this guy's going to be fine. He'll be fine. So it's going to be some work, yes. Will be work, totally manageable. And that's where this card comes in, because not only do you have the physical strength and the stamina, but you have the patience, because this is, you can see he's not winning any races. He's carrying a huge load, and it's going to take him a while. We have the Three of Cups here. Now this cup, this is a little bit more accurate of what this card to me speaks more about community and celebration and commonality, so collaboration or something. And again, I don't know if this is something, an energy you're coming out of, but it feels, I mean, that was confirmed over here. Spirit of Pentacles. That is the same, wowee wow. That is the same card as this King of Earth. Earth is the money card. Pentacles is the money card. It's the physical manifestation. These cards are both about physical, material abundance. So whatever this thing is that you're transforming will be successful in the material world. You'll be quite comfortable. Wow, this turned into a great reading. You just got confirmation in all the best areas. That's amazing. And again, I don't know if this is something that's coming towards you or something that you were called, that you've been romanticizing. I think either way, the idea of romanticizing it is the thing, is like the nostalgia. So I think that needs to let that go. And so I don't really know how this works, if it's coming in or if it's going out. But I feel like these two together are a longing for how things used to be, romanticizing how things are remembered, even if they're not remembered accurately, and I think that's the case. A lot of times we don't remember things accurately. Okay. Hooey. I'm going to ask, since this new path, I'm going to ask Spirit for a map card for you. Spirit, do we have a map card for the Taurus journey to help them through this new moon energy? Yep. One flipped over. Cleaning house. And that is literal. It's just, I've seen this card enough times to know. Just get rid of the clutter, mental clutter, old ideas, make room for new. Cleaning house. Make room for the new good stuff to come in. And that's also with this. And this, it's not about cleaning clutter. The Seven of Wands is simply about making a clear choice. Making a I lost my word. I'm going to have to look it up again because I just lost my word. I was going to say authentically, but it's like for your highest and best good. That's the card. Integrity. Duh. Yes, so it's with choice is integrity and honesty. So this is when you get rid of the things that you don't need. Negative self-talk, ugly ways of thinking. Yeah, and this is the card too. This is looking at the big picture can help you choose. Looking at things in their place can help you choose. Also, one more for the road. I'm going to ask for a spirit animal for you. Spirit, what animal should go along with Taurus for this new moon in Pisces, please? What animal should accompany new moon in Pisces? Well, who's going along with Taurus? What spirit energy will be beneficial for Taurus for this new moon? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. I didn't see that flip over. Actually, a bunch of them flipped over, so I was busy looking up. So the flamingo, this is embrace the in-between. Truth transcends illusion. And be peace. Lovely, lovely. Let me take a look at the books and I'll show you what these are about. '26, the flamingo spirit is embracing the in-between. Balance comes easily to flamingo spirit who sees what was and what will be and stands strong in the face of uncertainty. That also speaks to this Two of Coins, that choice to be made and that balance. Or Pentacles. It was, what was it? Earth, right? It is Pentacles, but we call it Earth on this deck. Okay. You can be informed by what came before and plan your future for yet to be, but do not resist flamingo spirit call to be fully present in the now, where the real magic happens. With one foot in the life you are moving away from, and one in the future as you become the one who leads the life of your highest intentions. You must make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. Embrace the in-between. Ooh, love it. Dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion. The oracle message is Dragonfly spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available at all times in the hidden realms. Just as a dragonfly catches your eye with its reflective wings and body, Dragonfly spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere. Peeking through, from behind the veil, in the realm of spirit, there is far more wisdom than you can perceive with your senses, and there is a deep knowing that you are not separate or alone. For a higher power recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Fears dissipate as you realize you are embraced by the nurturing force that is everywhere, always in communication with you. Yeah, you exist in unity with all, including the protective spirits who share their wisdom. And you are being nudged along this path your soul needs to travel to have experiences it craves. Lovely. Dove spirit, be peace. Dove Spirit invites you to embrace the energy of peace and allow compassion to warm your heart. You always have the power to generate peace within you, and the appearance of Dove Spirit is a reminder that today and every day is a good day to meditate, to quiet any turbulence within as you embody tranquility. Above, below, and all around you. Much may be happening to distract you, but you are called to engage with the heart of a peacemaker, asking yourself, what would peace do? Can you agree to disagree? Very nice. So, compassion, peace. Yeah, you have success here in the material world, new beginning, transformation. Again, romancing this nostalgia. I think, and I don't know because these cards kind of came, I think this one was the first one out though, so I really do feel like they are in the right order. You're in for an interesting time here. Taurus, I thank you for tuning in. And I wish you great luck. Please feel free to leave comments and let me know how things go. Because this is really interesting. You've got all this power. So I feel like these are... And this does feel like a powerful, and it's not quick. It's not instant, but I feel like the change for you is going to feel different very quickly. The switchover is going to happen quickly. The long game is going to take some time, and that's where this guy comes in. But again, you've got the tools. I keep getting this energy, the Fool energy, the comic energy, all this beginning. It's like exciting to go, exciting to start. And you're trusting with it. Full energy is when they step off the precipice and the whatever, the net appears, or they grow wings, or whatever it is, whatever euphemism you want to think about happens. It's like with each step, something else allows them to take another step, despite the fact that it didn't look like it was ever going to work. So you're in that energy right now, or coming into it. That newness, that excitement. And I think this is just about you and your heart and the way you live. I'm not getting the sense that it's about business or romance or even family. I think it's about you, just you, and how you are, and how you can embrace yourself, and you're shifting. Things are feeling different for you. And you're going to figure it out, how you want to do things, and that's what's going to feel hard. But once you make that decision, you're going to move on it. You're going to move. So thanks for tuning in, Taurus. I hope things work out fabulous. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you would. And I will see you during the full moon. Thanks again. Bye.